Hey you guys, I am attempting, and I'm very sorry, I know I'm late. I said 12:30, but I am having technical difficulties again. Story of my life lately, my goodness. So just bear with me. I'm trying to get on Instagram as well, but I'm just not getting an internet connection here. Not sure why. Okay. I'm going to try one more thing. Where are you? So I'm learning all of this, like crash course, right? Crash course here. Okay. All right. I think I am now live. We're telling you about... Okay, good. All right, so let me just prop that up. And probably get ready to go. So the only thing would be if I actually did the same platform on both. That would be really funny. And okay. So I see Robbie. Robbie, you're on Insta, I think. And I think we'll figure it out. I'm just starting some yoga. So my apologies for being late. It's 12:40. I said 12:30. Technical difficulties, but here we go. All right, you guys. Welcome to Lunchtime Yoga. All right, so I cannot see from where I am, so hopefully if there are any specific questions, I can look at it at the end. We're going to be here for about half an hour or so, and it's called Lunchtime Yoga. We're going to move, we're going to stretch, we're going to flex, we are going to breathe. Okay, so we'll begin. We'll let a couple more people show up. I got the two things going. Yay, I finally figured how to do both. Yay. All right, you guys. So let's center ourselves. I hope that you've got your mat out. If you don't have a mat, no worries. You can be on carpet. You can be on a wood floor. Maybe have some water close by, and make sure that you're breathing. Whatever does not feel right for you, please don't do. Okay? It's that simple. It's your practice. So we're going to sit. Again, whatever feels comfortable for you. It can be here, it can be here, it can be anywhere. In fact, if you have a pillow, we'll sit on a pillow. Okay? So sit on a pillow. And the reason we do that is just to elevate the hips so that the legs can feel a little more comfortable. You can place your hands wherever they may feel comfortable, on your thighs, palms up, which is the way I love to do it. Telling the universe, here I am, and I'm still going. Amen. I hope you're still going. Just because we're inside doesn't mean we need to stop, right? Physically we don't stop, mentally we don't stop. All right. Or you can put your hands here, and that's perfectly fine too. Okay. So before we begin, we're going to ground ourselves and we're going to center ourselves. How do we do that? We just sit with ourselves. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If you feel more comfortable just lowering your lids, that's fine too. Or just keep your gaze, drishti, on, we call it drishti in yoga, on some spot in front of you. Okay. So we're bringing our attention to our breath, and we're not going to manipulate the breath. We're just going to sit with ourselves and sit with our breath. No manipulation, just watch over the breath. Okay. And so we'll do that for a few more breaths. Join me. It's very calming, it's very grounding, and it's very centering. If you really, really, really focus on your breath, there's nothing else that can infiltrate the mind, okay? And that's really what we want to do to begin the practice. Okay. Now we'll begin to manipulate a little bit. So let's take a deep breath and allow the breath to come into the belly, filling up the belly with air. So almost like, guys, we're pregnant, guys and girls. And then we're exhaling, and as if there's a little hole in the balloon, we're doing some pranayama breathing, right? And inhale, fill the balloon up with air. And exhale, flatten the balloon all the way to the spine. Once more, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And now we'll take the breath and bring it into the back body. So we're taking it to where our lungs are, and we're expanding the capacity of our lungs. So inhale. And really take it out. So you're expanding your side body, and exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Into the back body. Now let's go once more. Wonderful. Okay, so hands are comfortably on our laps. We're going to go ahead and begin to warm up the body. So we warm up beginning from our neck. So side to side. See if we can keep the shoulders down. Really getting into the neck. We have to treat that neck with the utmost respect. Making sure that it's pliable, it's movable, and it feels good. It is that bridge between our body and the mothership, right? So we want to make sure that it is feeling good. And then we'll go ahead and bring the head back to center and lift the spine up and get nice and tall. We're going to go ahead and just move the side to side movement of the neck. And come back to center. We'll do a couple of yes, slow yes. And wonderful. Make sure that you're going the full range of motion. So the chin goes all the way to the collar, and the back of the head all the way back to the shoulders, the shoulder girdle. Okay, and once more. And we'll go back on top of the head, and this time we begin to move the arms. So stretching out the side body, inhaling and exhaling as we're moving. If you let go and forget and abandon the breath, you're really not doing yoga anymore. You're moving, you're stretching, and that's all good, but you're not centering. That happens with the breath. Okay? So inhale and exhale. And wonderful. And then we'll bring both arms up. We'll interlace the fingers, pointing and sandwiching our head. We'll take it to one side. As we go over to the side, the opposite hip is going down. So there's a pulling down as we're reaching over to your left. And then if you like, turn your head and look up. Engage the core as we come back to center on top of the hips. Lift up. Let's take it to the other side. And the same thing, right? So the left hip is pulling down. And then we'll take it back to center. Ah, wonderful. Hands go to the mat in front of you. And start clawing. Think of a panther. A panther, okay, as it's moving. So I'm just going to take a quick peek. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Takai. Nice to see you, love. Okay, and stretch. So we're stretching. We're pulling the hips back as the front of the wrist, you know, we're doing a lot of, we're going to do some wrist stuff actually, because a lot of us are doing this even more so than ever, right? We're on our phones, we're zooming away on Zoom. So we want to make sure that the hips are going back and the fingers forward, forward, forward. And we're actually here, right? All right, stretch, stretch, stretch. Wonderful. We'll scoop out the belly, round the back, and start walking back towards our body, stacking one vertebra on top of the next, on top of the next, on top of the next. Okay, so no hair in yoga, okay? If ladies or guys, if your hair is out, maybe, you know, pull it up because you don't want it to get in your way, and will get in your way. Okay, so here we are. We're going to start moving our spine even more so and warming it up. Inhale up, lift up, and twist. Inhale and exhale, twist. Let's do that a couple more times. Exhale. And none of this has to be overdone, okay? Inhale, you're doing yoga at home. And if you're social distancing, no one's really watching. So this is your perfect opportunity. Let's bring those arms through water. Inhale. So I am doing the practice that I do Wednesday nights. You guys, if you're out there, you know what I'm talking about. You know the routine. For those that are new with me, no worries. Whatever feels good to you, okay? Whatever feels, just tune in with the body, and the body's going to let you know what's good. All right. And once more. And exhale out. Let's roll those shoulders. And remember, we're doing a full, ooh, look who showed up. Romeo in the house. Okay, so full range of motion through the shoulders. Up, back. Slide the shoulder blades into those back pockets. Hey, boo. We're doing yoga. He didn't behave the other day. He, like, got all up in our grill the other day, right? But, I told him to behave today, so hopefully he'll listen. Okay, let's take it the other way. All right, inhale up and down. You got your own water, love. Oh boy. Okay, and we'll stop. Wonderful. Hands go to the hips. We'll take it forward. Again, if this is becoming too much for you, all right, at this point you should have come off your pillow if you decided to sit on a pillow for the beginning. All right, whatever works. Let's take it forward with letting the hips begin to warm up. Let's take it to the side, back, side. This is so delicious for the lower back. And it's detoxifying our abdominal organs. So you're doing this. You're wringing out the liver, the kidney, the spleen, the gallbladder, the big intestines, the small intestines. Some of us are eating a little bit more. Oh my God, I'm already feeling it. More than usual, right? So we got to keep it moving along. You know what I'm talking about? Keep it moving along. So wring out those intestines. Make life a little bit easier when you go visit the loo, as my cousin in London might say. All right, and let's take it towards the forward position. We're coming back on top of our hips, and that spine gets really, really, really tall. Take a deep breath. Let's take it forward. We always go back and do the opposite side. So we're working both sides of the brain, initiating from both sides of the brain, right? And inhale and exhale. Oh, this feels so good. You might feel yourself teetering on your sits bones, otherwise known as your sit bones. And that's where that sciatic nerve runs right through. So if you've ever suffered from sciatica, oh, this might hurt. If you have it now, it might hurt. You might feel the pain a little bit. But by the same token, it's going to help. Sciatica's funky. It kind of just shows up one day, and then one day it just goes away. All right, let's meet in the forward position. Come back to center. I'm not going to talk too much. Reach up through your spine, the crown of your head. Again, I always say, imagine that you've got, like a magnet, and it's and the ceiling is magnetized. So, there's this magnetic pull up through the crown of your head. take a breath. All right. So once again, like we did before, open fingers, middle finger forward. All right. I got a little too much showing up out of my shirt. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 Geraldine. So nice to see you, girl. All right. So we're doing cat-cow. 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 I'm actually going to move this out a little bit. Cat-cow. Hey, lovely. How you doing? Make sure your knees are underneath your hips. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Fingers are wide open. Let's do this first of all. It's a little bit odd. We don't often do that in yoga, or in my classes. But we're going to turn the fingers towards us. Really getting there into the back of the wrist and the back of our forearm. Right? Again, really working on this area. We don't want to end up after quarantine with, what do they call a carpal tunnel? So right there, you guys, take it easy. Be careful with it. And just sit with it for a second. Inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Okay, you can go ahead and bring your fingers forward again. Cat-cow. We drop the belly. We look up. And exhale, belly button up towards the sky, and we look down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This is the one exercise that if you can only pick one to do for the rest of your life. Works the front body, the back body. It's so delicious. And we'll take a few more breaths here. Para la gente en español, voy a empezar a hablar en español también, ¿ok? Se llama vaca y gato. Son los nombres que se ponen en yoga, algo de la naturaleza, all right? In yoga, we use a lot of images and words and feelings, and we connect in the essence of nature itself. So, cat and cow. All right, beautiful. Let's stop right there. Let's wag the tail. Right, Romeo? You know this one. All right, side to side, side to side. Wonderful. We're going to go into our Chaturanga Dandasana, okay? So we go down, and then we come up. So we're getting into those triceps. Oh, my God. Got to work those triceps. So down and up. And women of a certain age, like moi, so need to get into those triceps, okay? So make sure, very important, that your fingers are open. You want to protect your wrists. And, if you don't, you're going to have problems. And then you're not going to be able to do this. Okay, elbows have to be behind you like a crocodile. Think crocodile. Down and up and down. And this is going to help us. We're just warming up. We're going to go into full chaturanga in a little bit. And back. One more. Okay, Romeo's so serious. My goodness. Once again, you're working the opposite, stretching the front of the wrist. Romeo, you're going to have to move for me, baby. And then we're going to take it to the right upper corner of the mat and get the hips to the left lower corner of the mat. Or the side if you're not using a mat. So you're on a diagonal. In other words, delicious stuff, you guys. Romeo, I need you to move, baby. Go over there. Gosh. Come on. I need you to move, babe. What's up? Can I put you over here then? All right. Oh, my goodness. All right. To the upper left corner and get the hips back to the lower right corner. Once again, you're on a diagonal. And stretch. You're pulling in opposite directions. And let's bring our hands back to center. We're going to tuck the toes. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. We start walking out that doggy. Oh, no, Romeo. Oh, no, baby. I know you're all excited, but you got to be right there, okay? Off the mat this time. He's got his own yoga mat, by the way. Maybe I'll take out his yoga mat next time. Okay, here we go. Both heels go up, both heels go down. Let's bring that right leg to the sky. Bend the knee. You're looking at your hands. That foot is going to go right between the hands. And sink into your hips. Take a look up. Inhale. Exhale. We're just going to rock back and forth. I'm all about the warm-up. So we're still warming up the hamstrings. Inhale and exhale. And wonderful. Okay, let's bend the left knee, relax it onto the mat, onto the floor, relax the left foot, relaje el lado izquierdo, la rodilla en el tapete y el pie relajado. Okay, inhalemos, inhale. We're going to do a back bend. Lift your heart. Lift your heart. So if you're lifting your chest, you're coming out of your lower back, and that's super important. Levanten el corazón, el pecho hacia el cielo, and then come back to center, heart center. We're going to lift up from the hips and twist. Get that left elbow outside the right knee. Press into the earth and look up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, close. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. We come back. This time we're going to take our first stretch. Take it easy with your hamstring. We're walking back and we're going to sit and relax. One more breath. And beautiful. Tucking the left toes. We're going to come back to downward facing dog. Perro mirando hacia abajo. And Romeo looked. Let's walk it out. Walk it out. One more breath. So I know that, I'm not sure if it's IG or Facebook, only allows like 40 minutes. So I have to be careful not to chitty chat too much. Okay, both heels up, both heels down. Lifting the left leg this time. Bend the knee, look at the hands, bring that foot right between the hands. By the way, if it doesn't quite get there, if it only goes halfway, no worries. You can inch it up, inch it up, inch it up, okay? Look up, inhale, drop the hips. That breath is delicious. Wonderful. And then we'll go ahead and rock. So I hope you're doing it with me. Are you guys doing it with me? I can't see any of the comments. I'm too far away. Okay. But I will look at them later. All right. So the right knee goes down. La rodilla derecha hacia el piso. Relajen el pie derecho. Relax the right foot. Come to heart center. Inhale up and do that back bend. Hacia atrás, levantando el pecho, lifting your heart. O el corazón, mejor dicho. And exhale, come back to heart center. This time you're going to lift and you're going to twist to the left. To the left. And the idea here is that your elbow is pushing into the leg. The leg is pushing into the earth. So you're super grounded. We're working not only on stretching and flexing, but also strengthening. And at this point, if you hear my breath, you guys should also be like a little winded. Breathe and open up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale once more. Inhale. Exhale. And we're going to sit. And again, you don't have to. If we were in the studio or if you have at home, you can grab your pillow if this is too much and put it underneath you so you have some place to sit. Okay, last breath. And we come up, downward facing dog. Walk it out. And both heels go down. The hips shoot up towards the sky as your chest forges towards your thighs. So you're in an upside down V and it's a great back body stretch. Take a breath. Espero que estén haciendo esto conmigo. Acuérdense que nada es perfecto en yoga o en la vida. Entonces hagan lo que puedan. Do what you can. Nothing is perfect in yoga or in life. All right, I'm going to come forward. We're going to bend the knees and relax in child's pose. Pose de bebé. Y relajamos. So it's our first break, right? I'm going to take a peek, see who's there. La, la, la. So relax in your child's pose. Awesome, Geraldine. I'm glad you are. Jimmy, you're watching. Takal, you're watching. I hope you're doing it. Kat, Michelle. Anyway, all right. Damn this shirt. Okay, so we're relaxed. And we're going to take one more breath here. And we're going to come up. This time we're going to walk our feet towards our hands. Bend the knees, round the back. We're coming up one vertebra at a time. So take your time as you press into the earth. And scoop the belly, round the back, come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, shoulders straighten, neck and head. You're in mountain pose, nice and tall like the mountains, right? And I like to do a little rocking. Those that take my class, you know, my pada bandha. So again, it's regrounding is what it is. So you should feel in mountain pose, Tadasana in Sanskrit, that the energy is coming up through the earth, up your legs. So you're engaging your legs, you're engaging your tush, your glutes, drawing the belly button, and that energy is pulling up, up, and out the crown of the head. Beautiful. Interlacing the fingers, pointing the pointer, sandwiching the head. We're going to take the hips forward and we're going to draw a line across the ceiling. And then use your core to come back. We call this airplane. Hips go back, fingers go back. We're going to bend the knees. This is lunchtime yoga, right? We're going to be working. This is not nighttime gentle yoga like the other night. So we're working the heart rate just a little bit. Like it's not like Zumba, but it's going up. So inhale. Exhale, sweep that energy. Inhale. Exhale. Working all muscles, all joints, all ligaments, all tendons, fascia. Oh, let's talk about fascia sometime. Once more, inhale. And exhale. This time we're going into Uttanasana, awkward chair. So your tushy, heaviest part of your body, is pulling back. You're holding it with your thighs, the weight of your tush and your hips. You're grounding your feet and almost clawing with your toes, okay? And you're reaching. So what does that do? That opens up the lower back. Breathe. And then if it feels comfortable for you, go ahead and take it to your toes. And we'll straighten up and forward fold. Take a breath. And this is another, I think might be the second little relaxed pose. Grab opposite elbows, release the neck, the weight of the head, and just hang. If it's too much for the back of your legs, you can just bend your knees. And breathe. So gravity is pulling down your spine. Oops. What's going on there? Make sure everything's tucked away. You're working with gravity. Gravity is doing most of the work right now to stretch that spine. It's delicious. Beautiful. Bend the knees a little bit more. Scoop the belly. Work it all the way up. One vertebra at a time. Oh, my goodness. Delicious. All right, shake it out. So if you're doing this, again, you should be a little winded right now. If you were to have some sort of conversation, talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. This is what's happening. There's going to be a lot more people out there in the world having conversations as they're walking the street, and you might think they'll be on their phone, but they're not. They're just talking to themselves, because that's what we're going to be doing during this time. Okay, talking to ourselves. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, we're going through our flow. This is called the Vinyasa Flow, for those that don't know. At this point, again, if you're doing it with me and not just watching, I have a feeling I know who you are, who's just watching. Have a drink of water. Even if you're just watching, that's okay too. Have some water. Okay, so we're at the top of our mat. Inhale up, hips forward, heart up. We've already done that. Exhale, swan dive towards the earth. The back of the legs should be super stretchy right now, but still, if they're not, go ahead and bend, no worries. All right, we're going halfway up. Hands go to the shins. Long back. We're pulling the hips back, the crown of the head forward. Inhale with that elongation of the spine. Exhale, forward fold, release. Hands go to the floor. It's nice and supportive. Big giant step back with the right leg. Inhale, look up. We've done this. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward for plank. Elbows back like a crocodile. All the way down for chaturanga, through baby cobra. Full cobra. With the tops of the feet on the mat, you're going to lift your legs off the ground. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, right leg to the sky, right foot forward, drop the front of the left hip, look up, inhale. Exhale, feet together. This time we're not gonna roll up. Legs are gonna stay straight, arms are coming out. Heart center, mountain pose. That was one side. We're gonna do the other side now. So here we go. Inhale up, hips forward hard, up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway up. Please breathe. If you breathe, you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna be delicious. Exhale, forward fold. Giant step back with the left. Drop that hip, you see? Drop it. Oh, delicious stuff. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward for plank. Exhale, down for Chaturanga Dandasana, through baby cobra, full cobra. Up dog. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. Left foot forward. Drop the front of the right hip. Inhale. Exhale, step together. Straight legs, straight arms. Heart center. Mountain pose. Take a breath. Okay, so we're going to do a little balance. I don't know. Hey, Rama Cass. Let's do a little bouncing tree. So, shifting your weight over to the right side, micro bend that right knee just a little bit. Take your toes. So again, whether you're new or not new to this, or you feeling it or not feeling, whatever works today with the body that you woke up with today. So your toes are on the floor, heel against the supporting ankle. Option 1. Option 2, bring that, it's like a puzzle. It's like a little puzzle, right? Unless you have flat feet, bring that foot into the inside of your calf. Option 3, and again, depending on what you're wearing, right into your thigh. Heart center, breathe. You're drawing the belly button in so that you're supportive through your trunk, your tree. Make sure that you're rooted into the earth, nice and solid, okay? Whoop. And that happens sometimes. And if it does, no worries. You go back. Option 1, option 2, option 3. I can't get to option 3, I'll go to option 2. Nothing's perfect. Beautiful. We start growing our tree. Inhale. So you should feel the elongation happening in your trunk, in your core. Reach, reach, reach. Keep reaching, keep stretching, and release the shoulders down. Energize the arms. Spread those branches far and wide. Get the wrists, the palms, and the fingers to move. Imagine the leaves at the end of those tree branches just blowing in the breeze. And where's the breeze? Underneath your nose. Beautiful. One more breath. And we'll go ahead and close the branches, bring the hands to heart center. We're going to turn this into what we call warrior 3. Okay, so engage the core, get that leg back behind you, and stretch forward. You can bring the arms back if that feels more comfortable, or out to the sides. Okay, inhale, and exhale, landed. Tadasana. Okay, eso es árbol, balanceando el árbol. Okay, vamos a hacer el otro lado. Let's take it to the other side. Micro bend that your left knee Make sure that you're rooting your roots deep into the earth. Take it to the other side. You know what to do now. Okay, so this is a little disconcerting. For me, I'm looking down. I'm going to look straight ahead. Okay, again, your drishti, your gaze, has to land somewhere and keep it there and stay with your breath. Okay, find your options and breathe. And when you're good and ready, start growing your tree. Grow, grow, grow. You should feel your torso, your trunk elongating. And when you're as far up as you'd like, release the shoulders down and spread those branches. And then find the leaves at the end of the tree, branches blowing in the breeze. Don't abandon the breeze. That's your breath in this case. Beautiful. Let's close the tree branches and we're coming to heart center, to warrior three. Engage the core. Stay strong through your core. We're going to do a little Pilates class at some other point this week. So anyway, get strong through your core, and here we go. Warrior three. Stretch. You're stretching in opposite directions, right? So your leg behind you, your crown of the head forward. Again, your arms could be out, or they can be out in front of you, or at heart center. One more breath. And inhale and land it. Mountain pose. Inhale up, heart center, and we're going to fold over our body. Beautiful. Take a few breaths here, grabbing opposite elbows if that feels good for you, staying straight through the legs, or keep a micro bend in the knees. Whatever feels comfortable for you. This is your practice. We're going to put the hands onto the mat or the floor, whatever you've got going there. For those that feel comfortable jumping back, fine. If you don't, you can just step back. We're going to jump or step into plank. Inhale, take it back. Down for Chaturanga Dandasana. We're going to hold it. Remember, your elbows are behind you. And take it through baby cobra and full cobra and look up. Stretching the front of the neck. We're looking straight ahead. And take it over to the right. So you're looking over your right shoulder. And then straight ahead. And you're looking over your left shoulder. And looking straight ahead. Pulling the hips back. Child's pose. Balasana. One more breath. All right, we're going to take it onto our back. Probably have about, about 8 more minutes. So before we get cut off, let's bring our hands behind our knees, las manos detrás de las rodillas. We're going to scoop out the belly and round the back. Redonde la espalda and go down one vertebra at a time. I hope I can still be seen. All right. Bringing the knees to the chest. Oh, I love this. Imprint the lower back. Imprint. You're imprinting your lower back onto the floor. Another delicious movement. It should feel wonderful. Okay. If it doesn't, don't do it. I say it all the time. Those of you that know. Okay. Wonderful. And we're going to stop. Right hand, la mano derecha afuera de la pierna izquierda. Right hand outside the left leg. We're bringing both legs over to the right side. The left arm is going to stretch out like the letter T, and we're going to take a look at our left hand. And relax. So this is a complete surrender. You're not stretching, you're not doing anything, you're just staying with your breath, your natural breath, and letting gravity and your body do the rest. Let's take a full breath. Inhale and exhale. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and stretch out the top leg and bring your hand to your calf for a little support. Wonderful through the hip, the hamstrings, the back of the knee into the calves. One more breath here. Beautiful. Two knees together, engage the core. We take it back to center. Other side, left hand outside the right leg, la mano izquierda fuera de la pierna derecha. Vamos a girarnos hacia la izquierda y vamos a estirar el brazo derecho. Y después vamos a voltear la cabeza para mirar la mano. So, legs go off to the left, the right arm stretches out. We're looking at our right hand. Relax and breathe. Relajen y respiren no más, nada que hacer. Inhale. Exhale. And so like we did before, como hicimos antes, si se siente cómodo, estiren la pierna que está arriba. Stretch out your top leg. And one more breath, una respiración más. Inhalen. Exhalen. Wonderful. Knees together, las rodillas juntas, y vamos a ir hacia el centro. The bottom of your feet together, your knees are going to bend and you're going to lower your legs. I love this one. It opens up the groin, the adductors, the hips, and it's super relaxing. It's very vulnerable, and we need to feel vulnerable once in a while. You know, we're for those of us that are in New York, we're like rah rah rah. We're New Yorkers, but coronavirus has taught us that, you know, we're all vulnerable. We're all vulnerable. ¿Cómo se dice eso? Vulnerable. My tongue isn't quite saying it in English or Spanish. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. Anyway, wrap your arms around the top of your head and surrender. Once again, allow gravity to just settle in, and that's it. If it is still too much for you, again, next time you'll want to prepare with pillows. If you have blocks, that's great. Maybe a belt for a strap. Okay. For those that are a little more flexible and you want to give yourself a little bit more, you could put your hands onto your inner thighs and press down. Get a little bit more of a stretch there. Breathe. And wonderful. Our next inhalation, we'll take our hands outside our legs. I call it closing the book. Vamos a cerrar el libro y traer las rodillas hacia el pecho. Bring your knees towards your chest. Take a breath. This time we're going to do Happy Baby. I love Happy Baby. Vamos a coger los dedos gordos de los pies. We're going to loop our fingers around our big toes. The legs go out. I'm going to turn. Last time my tush was in the camera. I'm turning the other way this time. Okay, so your legs go out. Bend the knees towards your armpits. And just chill out there. It's called Happy Baby. Se llama Bebé Feliz. And rock side to side. Happy Baby. Happy Baby. La 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 la. Da, 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 my baby love. If I sing that, Romeo's going to come right away. So I'm not going to sing anymore for that reason. And you guys may not want to hear me sing. All right, take a breath and exhale. Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and bring the feet onto the floor. And we're going to lift the hips up. So you're pressing into the earth, lifting the hips up, up, up. Oh. So now you're going right into the hip flexors and the quads. Squeeze the tush for a little extra oomph and breathe. By the way, make sure that your chin is into your collarbone. You're working not only your thyroid gland, but for those that subscribe to the more subtle energies of the body. We're talking the chakras, the energy fields. So that's your throat chakra. Maybe we'll talk about that sometime too. Take a breath, everyone. Inhale and exhale. We're going to see if we can come down one vertebra at a time from the top of your spine, slowly dropping one vertebra at a time until finally the heaviest part of your body is on the floor. Once again, hands go behind the knees. We're going to rock like a rocking chair, so hands close to the body, chin to the collarbone. Y vamos a, ni idea cómo se dice eso, como una silla que se, no sé cómo se dice, rocks. So let's rock. Let's rock. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful. And then we're just going to go ahead and cross at the ankles and sit. All right. All right, you guys. So I didn't, hey Susie Q, I didn't really take mindful attention of the time when I started. So I'm going to, I don't want either one of these platforms to just cut me off. All right, so here we are. Let's go back to where we started once again. Grab that pillow. Get yourself comfy. Close the eyes if that feels comfortable for you. Draw your attention to your breath. And we're not doing anything, not manipulating the breath at all. Just watching over the breath. See how your body feels, how it feels now than it did when you began. And so for those that joined in today for our lunchtime yoga, you know that the body may not feel like doing something at the beginning. You know, the hardest part is getting started. But now that you have, let me know how you feel. We have stretched, we have flexed, we have balanced, we have strengthened. Next time we'll do the whole warrior series for more strengtheners. So we work the body, the physical body. Before we end, always work your emotional body. The emotional body, I call it the gasoline for the vehicle, right? The vehicle. The emotional body is the gasoline that feeds that vehicle. So let's go ahead and open up the arms. You might want to do a hyperextension of your spine for a little extra as we finish up. So this is opening up the heart, the chest, and it's a reminder that we deserve joy. It's our birthright to have it. And often we expect it to just show up at our door. It does not. We have to work for it. So this is a reminder that you deserve it. Take joy. We'll scoop out the belly round the spine, taking it in the opposite for the spine. We'll imagine that we're giving a big hug to the big tree. And it's a reminder that we have to give back love. So whichever way you know how to give back love, okay, you do it every day in every way possible. Love. Reach up, pull away from the hips, stretch up towards the universe at large. Doesn't matter what's going on. There's always something to be grateful for. Always, always. Many of us are gaining weight, so that's why we have to tune into all these wonderful classes, not only mine, but all these wonderful teachers out there, right? We got Shayla and Sheila and Maria, Cass, so many. So we have to be grateful that they're there offering us their love, doing these classes so that we keep moving. And you know what I'm grateful for? That we've got more food in the supermarkets than we do toilet paper. Can you imagine if it was the other way around? So give gratitude for everything and all of it. And then find a little time for peace. Always, every day. Little or a lot. but at least a little bit. Peace. So say it with me. I can't hear you. Normally in class I hear everybody chimes in. But here we go. See if you can join me. Joy, love, gratitude, and peace. You inhale joy. You exhale love. Inhale gratitude and exhale peace. Say it with me one more time. Joy, love, gratitude, and peace. We bow to our heart, we bow to our body, we bow to our breath, and we bow to our spirit. These are our greatest gifts. This is why we come to yoga. We finish with one word. It means all that is good and true within me honors and respects all that is good and true within you. It means that when I see you, the light in me shines brighter because it sees the light in you. All that is summed up in one little word. So I say to all of you, thank you for allowing me to join you and you join me as we continue to social distance. And I thank you. Stay well, live happily, live with peace, and live with ease. The word is namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you. Have a good day.